This has just really been a long time dream of mine.
I find it very easy to trust people out here, and I've regained my faith in humanity.
People on trail and off trail are pure magic.
I love it out here so much I don't want to come off trail.
Is it to record this?
I hear so many different stories from people, and I just love to take in those stories, and I love to share my stories with them too.
We all have one main goal out here, and it's not even to make it to Katahdin, but it's to see each other make it to Katahdin.
One of the things that I love the most about the AT is just the people that I have met along the way.
Wow, something I love about the AT. Huh.
I've never met so many kind, good, generous people.
It's a really cool thing how people I met 2 or 3 weeks ago have become really close to me.
I didn't realize before coming out and hiking the trail how many people care about the hikers that are on trail.
It's just amazing. It's a family.
You know, obviously meeting hikers on the trail has been fantastic, but also the people doing trail magic and the communities along it, they're all very friendly and very welcoming.
It feels like everybody is raw in themselves out here and they accept everybody else for being the same way.
What I love about the AT is 100% the community, but also the ability to get that solitude when you need it.
My favorite thing about the AT is definitely the views.
The balance.
You know, you're just trudging along and you're in your own head, you know, staring at your feet, and then all of a sudden the world opens up. It's like, okay, this is why I'm out here.
It's a different life. You're in a utopia.
I thought there would be more people, which is really ironic because I'm sitting here on trail days and I'm surrounded by people. But I started what I thought would be early bubble-ish, a bit ahead of the bubble, so late February. And I thought there would be more people, but as we've gone on from the very early weeks, we haven't seen many people.
Could be part of my start date, which was in early to mid-March, is the demographic was older than I was suspecting it to be.
There's you know, that whole group of early 20s out here. There's that smaller group of early 30s. Very few 40-year-olds because everybody's, you know, got kids, you know, younger kids at that age. I'm the youngest old guy out here, so because there's a bunch of people that are those 60, 70-year-olds that are out here. They're just crushing it.
The biggest thing that surprised me was somebody told me Georgia was flat before I got on the AT.
A lot of groups are hiking just to get to the next town instead of stopping to smell the roses.
Georgia's not flat. Georgia's got 4,000, 5,000 feet mountains, and it is up and it is down, and it will teach you that Georgia's not flat and the AT itself is not flat, and it is hard. So it was a brutal introduction to the trail.
Availability of like bare boxes, bare cables. There's no continuity through a lot of the, you know, dangerous bear sections through the Smokies or whatnot.
I thought it was actually going to be more physical, and it ended up being, as I soon found, like hiking in general, it's all a mental game.
I was expecting to really hate hiking in the rain, but the 2 days that I've had rainy hikes, I've actually enjoyed them more than the super sunny days. So maybe that.
So whether you think you can or you think you can't, either way, you're right, y'all.
I think the biggest mistake that I have made on trail was pushing myself too hard out the gates.
The biggest mistake I've made on trail was pushing things too early.
I came out here with sort of a marathoner mentality or an ultra marathoner mentality where it's like, I'll push through the hard, long days and then I'll do it the next day and the next day, but you don't get the recovery time between days.
So even though I tried to get a lot of miles earlier on and I wasn't physically able to, I ended up hurting myself.
So the biggest mistake I've made on trail was not keeping an eye on my nutrition.
The biggest mistake I've made on trail was waiting too long to switch out my trail runners. I put 700 miles on them, and that last 100 miles in them, I was in terrible pain. My feet and ankles were not happy with me.
when I first started through hiking. It was horrible. I found out I had anemia and I had to get off trail. So nutrition, 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 and brush your teeth.
I learned from that experience to take care of your feet. They are going to carry you all the way to the end. So take care of them.
The biggest mistake I've made on trail is overpacking, packing things that I knew I wouldn't use or knew I wouldn't need.
After almost 900 miles is probably bringing a stove. In the evening, I just really don't want to use it and set it up. I don't want to clean out my pot. And so I find that I just don't use it very often at all.
It's taken me almost 500 miles to get rid of things that I knew I shouldn't have even started with, but it's been good training, so that's good.
My biggest mistake on trail was leaving my family. At that point, we'd been a big group and we were back to just being two people hiking together. And I wanted to do bigger miles and she wanted to do less miles. And I noticed just like 1 or 2 days after we split up because of that, it was a horrible decision. I was miserable on trail.
My worst day on the AT so far was actually just a few days ago. I woke up and it was raining and I decided to try to wait out the rain. It didn't work. Left camp super late at 10 a.m. And then I decided not to wear a rain jacket because I was going to sweat in my rain jacket anyway. And it got down into the mid to low 40s and I was very, very cold and very, very miserable for most of the day.
The worst day I had on the Appalachian Trail was actually just last month. I was doing a 275-mile lash from Springer to Hot Springs. I just wasn't having fun. I was by myself again, and you know, I came on this lash to be a part of the hiking community and be there with the bubble. And that day, for some reason, I was just by myself again. And you know, I wanted to be social. I'm a social guy. I like to talk.
My worst day on trail so far would have to be the day that I hiked into Neal's Gap. I had blisters, really bad blisters, worse than I've ever had. I had poison ivy and sunburn. And I stumbled into Neal's Gap, got a pizza, got some new shoes, got a shower, and I felt like a new man.
You know, there was this couple that came by. They were day hiking, and they asked me, you know, what my trail name was, because they, you know, they were familiar with the area and they knew what was going on with the hikers. And they said to me, "Do you need a hug?" They kind of knew. And I, you know, it was tough to not cry. It's tough to not get emotional. But it was like the boost I needed.
Worst day on my AT was the last day before I was going to get off for 3 weeks to let my IT band heal. It took me 7 hours to do 7 miles. And the entire time, the thoughts going through my head were, I'm gonna have to go home and back to a world that is unlike the AT. I am going to potentially not be able to get back on trail. And I'm gonna miss these beautiful sections with the people that I've been hiking with up to this point.
My hardest day on trail was definitely the detour, the Helene detour, coming into Roan Mountain.
My worst day on trail was definitely a type 2 fun kind of situation. So I had done aqua blazing with boots off and it was the most amazing day on trail. So when the Shenandoah River came up, we decided to do that as a family.
You're almost doing squats the entire way up that mountain because they are so steep. They're not steps, they're steps.
We've been going through a drought as of late and the Shenandoah River doesn't have much water. And even though we called the rental company and was like, are we going to be able to do this? Is this going to be fine? And we're like, yeah, sure, it's going to be awesome. We went for it and it was so rocky.
You can't sidestep your way up a fucking mountain, but yet you had to.
And so having all of those thoughts swarming in your head as you're limping down the trail, praying to God that you make it in time for your shuttle that is gonna pick you up. It was just stress from all angles. I was in pain, I was tired, and was uncertain about what the future was going to bring. And it just made for an overall crap day on trail. But it did teach me a lot. And so I am grateful for that.
It ended up with us hitting a massive big rock. We capsized the canoe. Everything got soaking wet. A thunderstorm was coming in. It was kind of epic. We managed to get the canoe on shore We called the rental company and they were sending a rescue team for us.
My worst day on trail, listen, I'm so sorry. I don't know. Because every day I finish, I'm like, okay, great, I got it done.
I, during that wait, as you do as a true hiker, had to go pee. So I got behind a bush, put down my shorts, went, and at that moment, the rescue team shows up. I've never been so embarrassed in my entire life. Yeah, awesome day.
So my worst day on trail is the day that I'm not on it. Because I absolutely love this trail, love hiking. Not just this trail, any trail. It's where I can be free and myself. So, yeah.
My advice for the next class would definitely be have your shit together at home, because if there's anything going on, it's just gonna play on your head. And when you've got 16 hours in your head with, staring at your feet, you can get pretty wrapped up in stuff.
Katahdin's not going anywhere. You have plenty of time until October. Ease yourself into it. You're gonna end up at the same place that a lot of the people that flew out the gates end up. So don't push yourself because people around you are pushing yourself. Push yourself once you feel confident in your body.
A piece of advice I would give to the next class of hikers is to slow down and enjoy it. This is, an experience you'll probably only ever have once.
I've learned that I'm a lot stronger than I thought I was. I've also learned to pack a little bit more efficiently, so that's a plus.
My hot take about the AT is hike your own hike. The expression is totally overrated. I know you should be doing your thing, living your life, being an independent and all of that stuff. But I've not met a single true hiker at the end of their journey who didn't say the most important thing was the people.
Regrets from the ATs, I did not take enough pictures. And now I'm coming to trail days and I'm just people saying my name and I forgot theirs. Not that I forgot theirs, but. So yeah, my advice to the classes and classes coming up is take pictures, keep a journal, whatever you can do. Like, this is the memory of a lifetime.
I spent so many months planning and dreaming about this trail, imagining how it would be, and it's probably been 10 times what I thought it might be, in the best ways and in the worst ways. But right now I feel like I'm truly living the life I want to live, and if you have a dream, just go for it, do it. It's kind of cool being one of the people who actually does it. So come join us.
It's probably a cliche quote, but never quit on a bad day. And if you stick to that, you'll get to wherever you're going, baby. What's up? Now you're good.